The story begins inside the Great Galactic Council Hall, a place where the most powerful species of the galaxy gather to make decisions that affect thousands of worlds. Today, every seat is full. Every alien leader has come, and every one of them looks tense. No one is talking. No one is relaxed. Something heavy is in the air. At the center stands A.R. Talk, a thin, blue-skinned historian from the Zelleran species. He is not a warrior, not a general, not a leader. He is simply a researcher. But today, the entire galaxy is listening to him. Because today's topic is the most dangerous subject of the century: humans. A.R. Talk activates the hologram. A glowing image appears, a human running through a burning building, carrying two children in their arms. Fire, smoke, and collapsing walls surround the human, but the human refuses to stop. The council watches in silence. A.R. Talk explains that the human ran 6 times into the fire, saving everyone. The alien leaders shift uncomfortably. This is not normal behavior. No species runs into danger again and again, not even the bravest warriors. Then A.R. Talk shows the second recording. A human climber hanging from a cliff, injured, bleeding, and seconds from falling. But instead of giving up, the human climbs up with one arm, pulling another wounded person to safety. The council gasps. Even the strongest alien soldiers would not be able to do that. A.R. Talk clears his throat. This is not unusual behavior. Humans show this level of survival instinct frequently. A deep murmur spreads across the hall. The council leader, a massive creature with 4 glowing eyes, speaks slowly. Are you telling us that humans willingly put themselves into danger? Repeatedly, Artuk notes. Yes, it is common for them. The council members exchange nervous looks. A species that is not afraid of danger is already a problem. But humans are more than that. They run toward danger. They face it directly. They fight even when they are injured. These traits do not exist anywhere else in the galaxy. A.R. Talk continues his report. Humans call this bravery. But after studying many human cases, I believe another word is more accurate. Silence falls again. Everyone waits. Madness, he says quietly. The word hits the room like a shockwave. Some alien leaders whisper in fear. Others look angry or disturbed. No species wants to discover that there is a dangerous, unpredictable race living on a small blue planet near the edge of the galaxy. A.R. Talk brings up one more recording. This time, it shows a human soldier trying to rescue his team during a battle on a distant moon. Explosions everywhere. Enemies firing weapons. Yet the human charges forward alone, refusing to abandon anyone. When the other soldiers fall, the human still keeps fighting, refusing to stop. The recording ends. No one breathes. A.R. Talk finally speaks again. Humans do not quit. They do not surrender. They do not stop, even when logic says they should. Their minds and bodies work differently. Their instincts are unpredictable. The council leader asks, "Do they know we are studying them?" "No," A.R. Talk replies, "and we should not reveal ourselves yet." The meeting grows heavier. The galaxy has faced predators, wars, disasters, and ancient monsters. But humans are different. Humans are something new, something confusing, something terrifying. Finally, the council leader turns toward A.R. Talk. "You are assigned a mission. Go to Earth. Watch them. Study them. Discover the truth. Why are humans like this? And how dangerous can they become?" A.R. Talk's heart sinks. Studying humans from far away is safe. But going to Earth directly? That feels like walking into the mouth of a sleeping beast. Still, he bows his head. "I accept the mission." As the council session ends, one thing becomes clear. This is not a simple research task. This is a warning from the universe itself. Humans may look weak, but something inside them is far more dangerous than anyone expected. A.R. Talk's journey to Earth was supposed to be quiet and safe. He traveled in a small research ship, invisible to human radar and far away from human cities. His job was simple: observe from a distance. No meeting, no communication, no danger. But destiny had other plans. As A.R. Talk's ship passed over a forest during the night, a sudden burst of energy struck the engine. A magnetic storm, something Earth was not supposed to have, hit the ship like a massive wave. The controls began flashing red. Warning sirens screamed. AR Talk tried to steady the vessel, but the storm was too strong. The ship spiraled downward, crashing through trees and slamming into the ground with a violent shock. Everything went dark. Minutes later, AR Talk opened his eyes. Smoke filled the cabin. Systems were offline. The ship was damaged badly, and worst of all, the cloaking field was broken. Humans would see the ship. Panic rose in AR Talk's chest. First contact was never meant to happen like this. The council would consider this a disaster. He reached for the emergency escape pod, but before he could activate it, he heard something outside. Voices. Human voices. And footsteps. Many footsteps. They were coming closer. AR Talk hid behind a console and listened. Hey, there's something here. It looks like a craft. No way. Is this a plane? A drone? A spaceship? Artuk froze. He expected fear, panic, screaming. But instead, he heard curiosity. Come on, help me open it. Maybe someone's hurt. What if it blows up? We can't leave someone inside. AR Talk couldn't believe it. These humans had no idea what was inside. It could be a monster. It could be dangerous. But they still wanted to help. Then the ship door finally gave way, and bright flashlights filled the cabin. AR Talk squeezed his eyes shut. This was it, the moment when humans would scream. But they didn't scream. One human leaned forward. Oh my God, he's alive. Another whispered. Look at him. He's not human. AR Talk slowly raised his hands, trying to show he meant no harm. In his language, he whispered, I'm not here to hurt you. The humans didn't run. They didn't freak out. Instead, they looked even more worried. He's scared, one said. We need to get him out before this thing catches fire. AR Talk was stunned. Of all possibilities, this one never crossed his mind. Humans helping an alien? Outside, the forest was filled with the smell of smoke. The ship was damaged and leaking strange glowing fluid. One human pointed at it. We should move back. This could explode. But before they could move AR Talk to safety, something growled behind the trees. A massive animal stepped into view, tall, muscular, and covered in bristling fur. Its eyes glowed yellow in the dark. Its teeth were like knives. AR Talk had read about Earth predators, but this one was far bigger and more aggressive than any record suggested. The beast charged toward the humans. AR Talk prepared for chaos. He expected the humans to run in fear. Instead, they ran toward the danger. One human grabbed a fallen branch like a weapon. Another pushed AR Talk behind a rock. A third shouted, spread out. Don't let it get close. The creature roared and leaped. The humans attacked. It was wild, brutal, shameless. Humans fought with everything they had, sticks, rocks, fists, anything they could grab. They moved fast, working together like they had battled creatures like this their whole lives. Artok Wakid Indizbiliev. This was not trained military. These were normal humans. Yet their instincts were sharper than any soldier he had ever seen. The creature finally retreated, bleeding, confused, defeated by beings half its size. Sweating and trying to catch their breath, one human said, You okay? You're safe now. AR Talk felt his entire understanding of humanity collapse in that moment. They were fearless. They were protective. They were unpredictable. They fought danger without hesitation. And they protected a stranger who wasn't even their species. If this was what ordinary humans were like, the galaxy had severely underestimated them. AR Talk sat near the remains of his crashed ship while the humans who rescued him stood guard around the area. Their faces were dirty, scraped, and tired after fighting the giant beast, but not a single one of them complained. They laughed. They joked. They acted as if nothing dangerous had happened. This confused AR Talk more than anything. One human, tall, wearing a torn jacket, knelt beside him. You're safe now, the human said softly. We won't let anything hurt you. AR Talk studied the human's eyes. There was no fear there, only determination. In the alien world, bravery was rare and respected. But here, in this forest, bravery seemed normal, instinctive, natural. Humans didn't think about it. They simply acted. The group took AR Talk to a small cabin nearby. It was simple, made of wood, filled with warm light. They gave him water. They checked his injuries. AR Talk watched them quietly. "Why did you help me?" he finally asked. One human shrugged. "Because you needed help. But you did not know what I was," AR Talk said. "I could have been dangerous." Another human smiled. "So could we." AR Talk had no answer. Humans made no logical sense. Later that night, AR Talk stepped outside the cabin, trying to send a signal to the council. The device still didn't work. He felt trapped. Worse, every minute he spent on Earth made him realize something terrifying. The council had underestimated humanity. A sudden voice broke his thoughts. "Hey, you okay out here?" It was the youngest of the group, a girl barely in her 20s. She looked fragile, but AR Talk had seen her earlier. She fought the beast with courage equal to any trained soldier. AR Talk asked, "Do all humans run toward danger?" She laughed. "Most of us don't. Only crazy people like us." This made AR Talk think. Crazy. Humans used this word often. Yet, their madness was the reason they survived. Their madness was their strength. He said quietly, "Your species is different." "You mean weird?" she asked. "Yes, very weird." She grinned proudly. "Good. That means we're doing something right." Hours passed. Midnight approached. Most humans were asleep, but AR Talk could not rest. He kept thinking of everything he had read in the council archives. Humans had survived ice ages, famines, storms, predators, wars. Any other species would have died long ago. Humans didn't just survive danger. They adapted to it. They evolved from it. They grew stronger because of it. AR Talk whispered to himself, "This is why they're dangerous." Suddenly, the ground shook. A low rumbling echoed from the trees. AR Talk turned. Something else was in the forest. Something bigger than the previous creature. He rushed back inside the cabin and shook the humans awake. "There is something outside," he warned. The humans didn't panic. They didn't scream. They didn't freeze. They jumped to their feet instantly. "What direction? How far? Do we need weapons?" AR Talk felt a chill. Their reaction wasn't fear, it was focus. The tall human stepped forward. "Stay inside. We'll handle it." "No," AR Talk said firmly. "You cannot fight every danger." The humans exchanged amused looks. "That's adorable," one of them said. "We're not fighting every danger. Only the ones that try to kill us." They stepped outside as a team, each grabbing something. A metal pipe, a flashlight, a broken chair leg. Humans could turn anything into a weapon if they needed to. AR Talk followed carefully. Suddenly, from the darkness, two glowing eyes appeared. The new creature was massive, easily twice the size of the earlier beast. AR Talk whispered, "Run," but the humans didn't. One human shouted, "Spread out." Another yelled, "Flank it." A third screamed, "Aim for the legs." They charged forward like warriors born for battle. Artok Wakid in shock. Humans didn't fight with fear. They fought with fury, wild, unstoppable, and united. Their instinct was not escape. Their instinct was protect. The creature roared and attacked. The humans dodged, countered, struck again and again. Fast, clever, fearless. Their teamwork was flawless, as if they had trained for this very moment all their lives. Within minutes, the creature collapsed and fled into the night. The humans gathered, breathing hard but smiling. One of them looked at AR Talk. "See? Nothing to worry about." AR Talk felt his heart shaking. This wasn't bravery. This wasn't madness. This was something far more dangerous. This was the human instinct, and it terrified him. When AR Talk finally restored a weak connection to the Galactic Council, he sent a simple message: "Do not underestimate humans." Within hours, the Council replied with an order that shocked him. "We have prepared a control test. Bring 3 humans. We want to study their combat ability in a safe simulation." Safe. AR Talk almost laughed. Nothing felt safe when humans were involved. Still, he had no choice. He explained the situation to the group. Surprisingly, they agreed instantly. "You want us to help your people understand us?" the tall human said. "Sure. Sounds fun." Fun. AR Talk almost collapsed. 3 volunteers stepped forward. Eli, the tall one, calm, clever, fast. Mira, the fearless girl with wild instincts. Jonas, strong and quiet, but dangerous when angry. AR Talk led them to a secret landing point where a council drone picked them up. The humans were fascinated, pointing at everything, laughing, asking questions. Not a single trace of fear. Aliens from across the galaxy watched as the humans entered the simulation chamber, a huge arena that could generate any battlefield. The council chose something simple: a mock alien squad of elite warriors. 10 soldiers. Perfect aim. Perfect teamwork. Perfect discipline. No human could win. The council expected the simulation to last 10 seconds. AR Talk stood outside the chamber, heart racing. The chamber lights dimmed. The battlefield appeared, rocky terrain, smoke, glowing alien weapons. The humans looked around curiously. "Nice place," Jonas said. "Looks like a video game," Mira added. Eli cracked his knuckles. "Let's warm up." The simulation started. The alien soldiers opened fire immediately. AR Talk held his breath. Instead of running for cover, the humans charged forward. Eli rolled under the first shots and grabbed a fallen enemy weapon. Mira climbed a rock wall and leaped down with insane speed. Jonas grabbed a metallic shield and slammed into the front line like a living battering ram. The council chamber erupted with shocked gasps. Humans didn't fight like trained soldiers. They fought like chaos given shape. They used the battlefield like they had been born in it. One alien soldier shouted, "They have no strategy. They are moving randomly." But AR Talk watched closely. No, it wasn't random. It was instinct. Pure, raw human instinct. Humans didn't plan each step. They felt the battle. Myra's movements were unpredictable. Jonas used brute force with precision. Eli outsmarted every angle, turning captured weapons into traps. Within 30 seconds, 3 alien soldiers fell. The council was stunned. This shouldn't be possible. One commander yelled, "Increased difficulty." The simulation added heavy drones, new weapons, stronger enemies. The humans didn't slow down. Eli found a new pattern and led the attack. Mira tore through enemies with aerial strikes no alien could predict. Jonas shielded both of them, taking hits no normal creature could survive. AR Talk felt cold. These weren't soldiers. These weren't professional fighters. They were just ordinary humans from forest. And they were dismantling elite alien warriors. Within 3 minutes, all simulation enemies were defeated. The simulation ended. Silence filled the entire council hall. The humans stood, catching their breath, laughing. "Is that all?" Mira asked. "That was fun," Eli said. Jonas nodded. "Bit too easy. Too easy." AR Talk turned to the council. Their faces were pale, their eyes wide. One leader whispered, "If 3 untrained humans can defeat elite soldiers, what would happen if humanity prepared for war?" Another muttered, "What monsters has evolution created on that planet?" AR Talk gave his final report. "Humans adapt instantly." They learned during combat. They changed strategies without planning. And their instincts are terrifying. The council chamber shook with fear. For the first time, the galaxy realized something they had never imagined. Humans were not dangerous because of their weapons, not because of their technology. Humans were dangerous because of who they were, because of what they were made of. The council dismissed the simulation with trembling voices. But AR Talk already knew the truth. This test was small. Real humans, united, prepared, determined, would be unstoppable. The council chamber stayed silent long after the war simulation ended. No one dared to speak. No one dared to breathe. The illusion of safety the galaxy once believed in was gone. Finally, the council leader spoke. "We need answers. Why are humans like this? How did they become so dangerous?" AR Talk had no answer. He only knew one thing. The truth was not in their recent history. It was buried deeper, hidden in the forgotten past of the galaxy. He requested access to the ancient archive, a place sealed for centuries. Only historians of highest rank were allowed inside, and even they feared going too deep. The archive contained record from before the first Galactic Council was formed, records of extinct species, lost wars, and secrets that could break civilizations. A.R. Talk entered the archive alone. The air was cold, the lights dim. Tall shelves of glowing tablets stretched to infinity. He walked past them until he reached the restricted knowledge section. He typed one word into the search tablet. Humans. A warning flashed. Access denied. Classified level Omega. Reason. Threat level red. His heart pounded. Red level meant the subject was considered galaxy-level danger. He activated his historian override key. The door to the forbidden section opened slowly, releasing a gust of old, dusty air. Inside were only 3 tablets, 3 records, 3 hidden truths. A.R. Talk picked up the first one. The moment he touched it, the hologram opened, revealing an old galaxy map, millions of years old. And on that map was a glowing mark on Earth. The message said, "The humans are not the first version. Oartuk fros." Not the first version. The tablet continued with shocking details. An ancient species visited Earth millions of years ago. They recorded early humans as physically weak but mentally unstable. They witnessed early humans hunting creatures much larger than themselves, using clever traps and endless persistence. The tablet ended with a single line. Humans do not evolve by peace. Humans evolve by pressure. A.R. Talk's breath caught. Pressure created power. Danger created strength. No wonder humans became unstoppable. He picked up the second tablet. This one was older, its surface cracked. It showed a message from a species long extinct, the Solaran, a peaceful civilization wiped out thousands of years ago. They wrote, "We attempted to conquer Earth. We failed within one cycle." Images appeared, ancient soldiers landing on Earth, confident, well-armed, and humans, primitive, with wooden weapons, fought back with terrifying ferocity. The invaders retreated, confused and terrified. The tablet ended. Humans learn from pain. Every loss makes them stronger. Their anger becomes strategy. Their fear becomes courage. A.R. Talk could barely stand. This was the forbidden truth. This was what the council didn't want anyone to know. He grabbed the final tablet. This one was locked with heavy encryption, glowing red. After several minutes, the lock broke. Inside was a message from the earliest Galactic Council, far older than the current one. It said, "We once tried to restrict human growth. We failed. Every challenge made them more dangerous. Every obstacle made them adapt faster." A.R. Talk felt the weight of the galaxy's fear pressing on him. The message continued, "Do not provoke them. Do not cage them. Do not threaten them. Humans become their strongest when they feel cornered." The tablet ended with a chilling warning. If humanity is ever united, no force in the galaxy will stop them. A.R. Talk stepped back, trembling. The council feared humans because of what they saw today. But the ancient ones feared humans because of what they could become. He closed the tablets, heart racing. Now he understood. Humans were not a mistake of evolution. They were a product of the universe's harshest trials. And if the Council continued to interfere with Earth, they would awaken something the galaxy was never meant to face. When A.R. Talk exited the ancient archive, his hands were shaking and his steps felt heavy. The corridors of the Council Hall suddenly looked darker, quieter, colder. He had discovered the truth the galaxy had hidden for thousands of years. Humans were not born dangerous. The universe shaped them into danger. He rushed into the council chamber where the leaders were still arguing loudly. "We must strike Earth before it grows stronger," one commander shouted. "They already are strong," another argued. "We cannot risk open conflict. They defeated our elite soldiers in a simulation. What happens if they build real armies?" A.R. Talk slammed his hand on the table. "Stop!" Every voice died instantly. The council leader glared at him. "You dare interrupt us?" A.R. Talk raised the ancient tablets. "If you attack humans, you will start the last war of this galaxy." A cold silence filled the chamber. He activated the first tablet, showing the ancient warnings. The leaders leaned closer. Their eyes widened with fear as they read the ancient records describing humanity's evolution through suffering and danger. Humans do not grow weaker when attacked. They grow stronger. Every enemy makes them evolve. Every threat turns into their fuel. He activated the final tablet. The red warning glowed. If humanity is ever united, no force in the galaxy will stop them. The council trembled. One leader whispered, "If they unite, it will be the end of us." Another asked, "What if we destroy Earth before they unite?" A.R. Talk shook his head. "If you try, you will unite them instantly. Humans do not unite for peace. They unite for survival, for family, for home." His voice grew stronger. "If you attack Earth, you will create the very monster you fear." But some members of the council had already made their decision. That night, in a hidden corner of the galaxy, a rogue faction of council generals launched a secret mission. They believed A.R. Talk was wrong. They believed humans could be wiped out before they became too strong. A fleet of silent drones left for Earth, designed to destroy without leaving traces. A.R. Talk discovered the plan too late. He sent a desperate message to the human group. "Danger is coming. Prepare yourselves." Eli responded, "We don't run." Mira added, "Tell us what to do." Jonas simply said, "Let them come." A.R. Talk's heart sank. They were not afraid. They were getting ready. As night fell on Earth, the sky above the forest shimmered. Small black drones descended silently like metal insects. Their weapons glowed blue, enough to destroy the entire area. A.R. Talk shouted, "Get inside. They will attack." But the humans didn't hide. Eli grabbed a broken metal beam. Mira strapped on a helmet she had made from scrap parts. Jonas lifted a heavy wooden table like a shield. These are not weapons meant for fighting alien drones. But humans never cared. The drones opened fire. The humans moved. Fast! Eli leaped off the ground, dodging lasers and smashing a drone with pure strength. Mira ran between trees, flipping and jumping, tricking drones into crashing into each other. Jonas charged straight at the biggest drone, blocking blasts with a makeshift shield, pushing forward with unstoppable force. A.R. Talk watched in awe and terror. This was not a trained army. This was not advanced technology. This was raw human instinct, wild, unpredictable, and terrifyingly effective. Within minutes, half the drones were destroyed. The remaining drones began targeting A.R. Talk. Before he could react, Mira jumped in front of him. "I got you." She took the hit on her shoulder and screamed, but kept fighting. A.R. Talk felt something inside him break. Humans were protecting him, risking their lives for him. For an alien they barely knew. Eli yelled, "Fall back. Protect A.R. Talk." Jonas roared, "No one touches our friend." Friend? A.R. Talk had never heard that word used for him. The humans regrouped, forming a wall around him. Together, they destroyed the last drone. Silence returned to the forest. A.R. Talk stared at the humans, bleeding, exhausted, yet smiling. Why did you protect me?" he whispered. Eli put a hand on his shoulder. "Because you're one of us now." A.R. Talk felt tears forming. The council wanted to fear humans. But humans had chosen something else. They had chosen loyalty. They had chosen compassion. They had chosen friendship. And that combination, power plus compassion, was more terrifying than any weapon. The destroyed drones still smoked on the forest floor. Shattered metal, broken circuits, and glowing fragments covered the ground like dead insects. The night was strangely quiet, as if the whole planet was holding its breath. A.R. Talk stood in the center of the clearing, his heart trembling. The humans, Eli, Mira, Jonas, stood around him, bruised and bleeding but proud, their chests rising and falling with controlled breaths. A.R. Talk knew what he had to do now. The galaxy had always believed humans were dangerous because of their strength, their wild instincts, their chaos in battle. But standing here, surrounded by the very people the galaxy feared, he understood the real truth. Humans were dangerous because of their hearts. Not their fists, not their weapons, their hearts. Before he could speak, the sky tore open again. A massive ship descended, bigger than anything the humans had seen. It belonged to the Council's rogue faction. They had received the drone's final signals and were now sending an entire strike team. A beam of red light swept across the forest. "Human targets detected," a robotic voice said. Talk stepped forward and shouted, "Stop!" They only defended themselves. But the ship did not listen. The rogue generals on board had made their decision. Primary objective: eliminate human threat. Secondary objective: capture Talk. Eli spat on the ground. Well, that answers that. Mira tightened the strap on her injured arm. Round 2. Jonas cracked his neck. Bring it. Artok yelled, no. You cannot fight a full strike squad. Eli looked at him calmly. We don't fight because we want to. We fight because we must. The first wave of alien soldiers descended from the ship, armored, armed, and far more dangerous than the drones. They moved with precision, aiming their weapons. Talk felt panic. This time, the humans couldn't win. This time, the enemy was too strong. But the humans stood tall. Mira whispered, don't worry. We'll improvise. Ili grineth. We always do. The alien soldiers opened fire. The humans leaped into motion. Jonas grabbed a broken drone panel and used it as a shield. Mira sprinted through the trees again, drawing fire away from Talk. Eli rolled across the ground, picking up a fallen alien weapon and firing back with unbelievable accuracy. Talk couldn't believe it. These humans had no training, no armor, no advanced tools, but they fought like legends. And something else happened, something no alien soldier expected. The forest came alive. Humans from the nearby town, hearing the noise, rushed in. Farmers with tools, hunters with bows, hikers with sticks and knives, people who should have run but didn't. Dozens of humans charged into the battlefield without hesitation. The alien soldiers panicked. Why are civilians attacking? They have no chance. They're insane. Artok, he spread. Oh, they're human. The humans fought together, not as soldiers, but as protectors. Their strength was not in weapons, but in unity. Talk watched in awe as the strike squad was overwhelmed by sheer determination. The rogue ship retreated, its engines burning. They had failed. For the first time in history, an alien attack on Earth had been repelled not by armies, not by governments, but by ordinary humans acting together. Talk knew the truth now. He called the Galactic Council. When his face appeared on the screen, every leader went silent. Talk spoke with a steady voice. Fear humans not because they are monsters. Fear them because they become unstoppable when they protect something they love. The council watched the humans behind Talk, bleeding, bruised, yet smiling with unbelievable courage. Talk continued, do not attack Earth again. Do not threaten them. Every danger only makes them stronger. Every enemy only unites them more. He pointed at Eli, Mira, Jonas, the three who had changed everything. These humans saved me. They protected me. They accepted me. They are not a threat unless you force them to be one. The council chamber filled with silence. Finally, the council leader said, the galaxy will leave Earth alone. For now, and forever, if possible. Talk turned off the transmission. Eli clapped him on the back. You did good. Mira smirked. Told you we'd win. Jonas nodded. We always do. Talk looked at the humans, his friends, and smiled. The galaxy feared humanity because it didn't understand them. Now Talk understood. Humans were not the most dangerous species because of violence. They were the most dangerous because of loyalty, because of love, because of unity, and because when the universe pushed them, humanity pushed back harder.